Slowly. Okay, and now I can start doing the Joe show. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song, day 974. Thank you, Carolyn. Carolyn has a whole notebook just full of numbers. I love it. Thank you, Carolyn, for being here and reminding me that today is day 974. And thanks to anybody else in the room who's going to have any reminders for me. I am so excited to see all of you. Let's all wave to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook. Thank you for joining us here in the Daily Antidote of Song. If you're new to us today, we are one song every day at noon Eastern Time, a sing-along song with an artist from somewhere around the world. Today it happens to be Toronto. And some of us who run this program are coming in from the Washington, D.C. area, but we have folks in this room coming from all around the globe. And we're going to introduce you, all of you out there on Facebook, to everybody in this room. Help me out. All right. Hello to Eve Goldberg, our song leader for the day, coming in from Toronto. Glad to see you, Eve. Hello to Katie Abadou, running the tech from around College Park, Maryland. I think it's College Park. And hello to Dory, and sometimes Ollie, coming in from Rhode Island. Jim Harkless. Hi, Jim. Jim's in the house. Always great to see you coming in from Maryland. Hi, Deborah in Kentucky with a fancy beret. I love it. It's beret day, maybe, or we should just imagine that is beret day. All right. Hello to Sue Sean in Massachusetts. And Dan in Vienna, Virginia, great to see you. Caroline in DC, hello. Hi, Mabel and Bears. Nice to see you guys today. Mabel, do you have on a headlamp to light up yes, Mabel's lighting up our universe today. Hello to Annette in California. Glad to see you. Fred in Maryland. Hello. Hello to Hoda in British Columbia. Beautiful smile, Hoda. Thanks for bringing that into our room. Hello to Kevin in DC with his golden flute at the ready. Hello to Kathy, reminding us to think about the land on which we stand. And that's an important thing to actually do once a day. Hello to Jim in New York City. Thank you for being with us today. Glad to see you. And hello to Sheila in Florida. Nice to see you in front of your house again. Hello to Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Hi, Gary in Massachusetts. Nice to see you with all your solutions. Becky coming in from Vancouver. Lovely to see you, Becky. Hey, it's a Dawnless curly top, but you know what? A curly top is a curly top no matter what. Hey, Willard. And I mentioned yesterday, please visit our StoryCorps community page and listen to Willard's fabulous interview with his mom. Go to StoryCorps Community and then search Daily Antidote of Song, and you'll grab that, as well as Bonnie from Boise interviewing her 103-year-old mother. That's what's up so far, but we're hoping that lots more of you are going to add your interviews. Hello to Carolyn in turquoise, which looks red. And hello to Kim in New Hampshire. Nice to see you today. Glad you're back with us. Hello to Deli in Maryland. Hello, Arlene in California. Wait, that's the second beret. There really must be something going on today. Oh, and Carolyn's, of course. All right, what am I missing? It's beret and headlamp day, apparently. All right, where was I? Bronwyn in Victoria, hello, nice to see you today. And hello to Susan G in Ohio, glad to have you with us. Hello to Stephen Michelle in Silver Spring, Luda in Victoria with Mark, reminding us to love one another. Thank you so much, Luda and Mark. Hi to Sarah in Texas. Glad to see you today. Hello to Ralph in Victoria with Penny somewhere in the background. Hi, Lynn in Connecticut. Nice to see you on camera today. How lovely. Julie in Ontario in a beret. Seriously, somebody put something in the chat, please. When I'm done, I have to read what's going on. Hi, Anne in cloudy Nashville. Sorry that it's cloudy there. It's actually quite sunny here today. Storm in a hat that exceeds all beret options in the universe. Nice to see you, Storm, coming in from Mass. Hello to the rest of the Curly Top crew. There's Alice May, there's Dawn, and there's Leanna. Nice to see all three of you. Hello, Kathy in Virginia. Nice to see you. Carol in Connecticut. Nice to see you. Hello, Chats, Senior C Tab. I'm not sure who that is or if you're new to us, but we're so happy to see you wearing what looks like a purple, guess what, beret. Yeah, okay. Or no, it's a Santa hat, maybe? Whew, I'm like so out of the hat loop. Hindi in Toronto, really great to see you. Thanks for being here today. I'm glad you're back. And Bob, almost at home in Massachusetts. Very nice to see you. Hello, Anne in Maryland. Kate, who's traveling somewhere. I can't actually see where because it's not showing on my screen, but Kate is always traveling. And we're really glad you're with us wherever you are. Hello to Aloysius coming in from Western Mass. Hello, Rick, maybe also new to us today. Good grief, do you also have on a hat? What is going on? Hi, Debbie Carl, nice to have you. I think you might be new to us. Ann Anderson, nice to see you. Loriana Kachina and Courtney in Vermont. Sandy in Western North Carolina. Karen in Oregon. Cliff in Vermont, maybe with Lynn in the background. Linda Rose. Kate Cox, Kat Cox, Karen in Oregon. I think I said that. Here comes Sarah Purtle into the room. Let's all take a deep breath. Whew. So Facebook, you just met our whole gang, or I guess I should say the whole gang that's here today. And there's lots of folks that actually aren't here today. So keep popping in, meet our community. I did actually manage to figure out the tech end of things, and we sent out this morning, right before we opened, our annual gift exchange link. If you want to share a gift with somebody in this room or somebody in our Facebook Live community, we're going to be doing Secret Santidote care mail gift giving. Last year it was a blast. We had gifts flying all around the world. It was amazing. And I hope you'll join us again this year for such a special thing. All right, I am going to ask Eve Goldberg to step up on the stage.
Hello there.
Hi, Eve. How are you today?
I'm good, and it's like so great to be here. I love the berets, especially the red berets. What could be wrong with that?
Do you know what's going on with the berets? And
I do
Deborah keeps
not. I
pointing to
have
her
to
glasses. Get
turquoise
Deborah.
glasses. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Turquoise glasses and beret day. All right. While we're singing, I'm going to do a quick peek and find out what I'm missing so I can mention it during the time when we discuss. So Eve, I asked you to join us today because today, December 5, is the 1 year anniversary of Bill Staines' death. And he's a musician who I know a lot of folks in this room knew personally and also obviously musically. Someone who impacted the folk community enormously. And you, although you never met him, you do sing one of his songs. Do I have that right?
yes, and I have to say he was a huge impact on me. My mom was Sue Goldberg was a lifelong folkie, and we were both part of a Toronto area song circle that's been going for over 35, maybe 40 years now. I have to count in my head, but we were both part of this song circle, and she brought a bunch of Bill Staines songs to the song circle. And she had a couple of his songbooks. And so I grew up hearing his songs. But this song that I'm going to lead today is one that I learned from the singing of David Perry. I don't know how many of you are familiar with David Perry from the Friends of Fiddler's Green. Wonderful British Anglo folk group based in Toronto. And David was an amazing storyteller and singer who passed away quite a long time ago now. But after he died, the Friends put out a little cassette of live performances of his, and this song was on there, and I didn't know it before then. So I learned it from the wonderful singing of David Perry. And it's called Crossing the Water. And it is I feel like it's appropriate right now because it's about crossing the water through the longest night is how I learned it. I think Bill Staines wrote The Blackest Night, but I learned it from David, and he sang The Longest Night. And of course, we're coming up to the longest night of the year very soon, so it sort of feels appropriate. So that's kind of, and I recorded this on an album of mine called Crossing the Water. So people can find that on my website if they're curious. So I don't know if we should go right into it and learn the song.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was muted. Yes, please. We would love to. We'd love to have you teach us the chorus so that we can sing along with you.
Okay. So I'm going to just get my note, and then we'll be off and running. We're going to be doing this a cappella, at least I am. So the chorus sounds like this. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel. Every dream is a light shining through the darkness of the longest night. So I'm going to do that line by line so we can learn the whole thing. So the first line sounds like this. We are crossing the water our whole life through. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. We are crossing the water our whole life through. Next line sounds like this. We are making a passage that is straight and true. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. We are making a passage passage that is straight and true. The next line pretty much has the same melody as the first line, but it sounds like this. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light. And here's the last line. Shining through the darkness of the longest night. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Shining through the darkness of the longest night. So let's see if we can do that whole thing together, and then you can tell me if you got it or we need to go through it again. So 1, we are 1, 2, 3. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. How's that for everybody? Okay, should we launch right into the song? It starts with the chorus, and then we got a couple of verses, and then we'll sing the chorus a couple of times at the end. Everybody ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. And there is no shallow water, and naught but love to keep us safely from the dangers and the devils of the deep. And with every breath within us, we search forevermore to find a peaceful harbor on some far-off shore. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. For some it is a glory, for some it is a game, for some it is a story filled with emptiness and pain. As rising winds in chorus, we search for steady ground. There is only what's before us, there can be no turning round. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. And there is no other journey that will ever be the same. No second chance horizon that will call you by your name. When the welling waves wash o'er you, when the stormy winds do drive, give your heart a song, sing it loud and long, keep your dreams alive. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night, shining through the darkness of the longest night.
Wow. Thank you, Eve.
That was,
yeah.
That was so beautiful to see all your faces up there singing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for singing.
Yeah, it was tremendously beautiful. That I don't know, that song is just, it's not only like just so beautiful, it's like the perfect sing-along song. I don't know how or why, it's just so special, but
Well,
Can you,
he was Bill Staines. I feel like was kind of a master of that. He just wrote these wonderful, wonderful songs, and traveled across North America for so many years, just on his own. This troubadour songwriter everywhere, all the time, nonstop. And I feel lucky that I got to see him perform a couple of years before he died, but I did not know him personally. So, it was just, his songs will definitely live on for a long time. And I'm so glad to be able to share a song of his today.
thank you so much. Can we chat about the particular song that you picked?
Sure, yeah. I think I said that I learned it from David Perry of the Friends of Fiddler's Green. And David himself was a wonderful song collector and spreader of amazing songs. And he mostly sang songs from the British tradition, sea shanties, and, British traditional music. But he also did some amazing things. He set a whole bunch of Robert Service poems to music in a wonderful sort of song cycle, and he had this gift for picking out songs that would be good for other people to sing. So that's kind of how I stumbled across it, with David singing that cassette that was put out after he passed away. But yeah, it's one of those songs that just I find very inspiring to sing, and it does give me hope when I sing it. So I hope it does that for other people too.
Thank you. We are approaching the longest night. We're just a few weeks away. We're definitely in that season where it's dark when we go to sleep and dark when we wake up, or at least for most of us.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I think music is more important than ever during that season, because we don't have the input necessarily of the sunlight and the vitamin D that keeps our spirits up, and so we're more reliant on the other things that keep our spirits up. And
Yeah.
music obviously being. So, how are you feeling in this December-y season?
Oh, well, it does get dark early, that's for sure. But I also sometimes, this is the time of year when sort of I'm finishing up some classes and things like that. So I have a little break. And so the darkness kind of encourages coziness. So I sort of feel like I'm starting to get into that kind of snuggly feeling of being inside and doing snuggly things. I don't know. Maybe that's how I get through the cold and the dark. But in Toronto, the bitterest part of the winter usually comes in January and February. So, we have that to look forward to. But
Right.
yeah.
So, are there any snuggly things that you like doing that you can mention in a public facing Zoom?
Knitting and watching Netflix. Maybe, I'm ashamed to say, like, more than I should probably. But yeah,
There's a lot of good stuff on Netflix.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we're moving towards the holiday season. This will be our, I think our third, right? In COVID times, 2020, yeah, our third holiday season, December in COVID times. What is yours going to look any different this year than the previous two?
It's probably going to be a little quieter than my pre-COVID Christmases, but yeah. And we always light the menorah. My background is Jewish, although not religious, and so we'll be lighting the menorah, and which I think starts on the 18th or the 19th this year, and having a tree. So we do it all, and. Yeah, we'll probably have some time with friends and hopefully some singing moments and all that. So, yeah.
Sounds lovely. So I did not find anything on Google, but I have looked in the University of Daily Antidote chat to learn that it is apparently Turquoise Glasses Day. So congratulations to everyone who happens to be wearing turquoise glasses. I'm not really sure what the correlation with the berets are, but I'm super happy to see everybody wearing them. I think every day should be beret day. So Eve, do you have turquoise glasses?
I do, actually. So,
On?
coincidentally. Yeah. I don't know if you can see them in this light, but
That's really funny. I'm sort of like a real dud when it comes to, a lot of colorful things. And so I just have these same silly glasses I wear over and over. But I did recently buy a pair of blue glasses that happen to be sort of turquoise-ish. And I did put them on and then I did give them to my sister and decide they were just too far outside of my color box. So
Yeah,
I can't even like go run and put them on in celebration because they're in New Jersey. So
Oh, too bad. Well, this is, I don't usually have glasses that are this sparkly and bright, but for whatever reason, when I went to look, these were the ones that looked the best. So,
like
these things
turquoise
happen.
glasses day sort of like, inhabits the ether world of going in and finding, it'll find your drawer for you and tell you
Yeah,
what
right.
Um, so let's see. I think you were talking about something ukulele-ish, and I'd love for you to share with everybody here.
Yeah, so most of what I'm doing right now, I teach ukulele and guitar, but mostly these days ukulele. So I'm finishing up some classes now, and I'll be starting some more classes in January. I've been online entirely since the beginning of the pandemic, and apologies, you might be hearing my dog chewing on his squeaky toy in the background. Accidental noise there.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can't hear it because it's pretty loud in here. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to be starting some new classes, still mostly online in January. But one of the groups that I lead is a ukulele orchestra, and where it's an ensemble where we play pieces that are arranged in parts that either I arrange them or other people, I find arrangements, and music from scores and so on. And so we have sections just like an orchestra. So the uke 1 section has the hardest parts, and the uke 3 section has the easiest parts, and we've got a baritone section and so on. So we are going to actually be starting to meet in person starting in January, and with an option for people. We have a bunch of people now who've been participating from afar. So we're going to it's going to be sort of a hybrid sort of thing. Those people are going to still be able to participate, but I'm kind of excited to actually be making music with people in person starting in January on a regular basis for the first time since the pandemic. So, yeah.
That's super great. That's really lovely. And it's really nice that you are keeping the virtual aspect of it also going, because I think it's one of the good lessons that we learned in the pandemic that I'm worried that so many folks are going to forget, or so many orgs are going to forget, which is that we discovered a whole community of folks that we didn't know we were missing at our arts events. And if we all just go back to normal, we will lose them. And so certainly that's one of our missions here, is to keep this going virtually only. Hey, we're virtual only. Like, give it up for virtual only here.
Yeah. I was not expecting when this all happened there were some silver linings to the whole thing, and definitely being able to connect with people across great distances and have a musical experience together, even though it's not this, we don't have the ability to actually hear everybody together at the same time. But even I feel like it's really what got me through for sure, was having those connections. And so I wasn't expecting that when this all started, for sure.
Yeah, I would say that there were a lot of things I was not expecting. I was not expecting to be on a Zoom for 1,000 days in a row, singing with people from around the world that I've never met. So that was pretty amazing. And, some of the folks, a lot of our artists have said that the Daily Antidote actually had a huge piece to do with what got them through, because their whole being was interacting musically with people, right? And for a while, it was hard to get your footing. And but also Susan G, who I think is here today. Yeah, Susan's here. Susan G once said, "I'm singing a duet with Issei Barnwell, like I can't believe my luck kind of concept." And like, it's true, right? Suddenly we're all singing a duet with all of these artists who we've only ever known in, big group settings. And so it's hard to say, and we've been saying it's hard to say silver linings, like in the context of everything that happened, right? But like with everything that does happen, we have to find those things that can still bring us hope in the midst of whatever the crisis is, right? And so I totally get it and believe it to be true that this was one of the silver linings.
And this is such a beautiful thing that you've built over 3 years. Like, it's amazing to be able to sing and see all these beautiful faces, and that everybody comes together all at the same time to be part of it. So it's amazing.
Thank you, Eve. Yeah, I only built it for the first couple of weeks, and then everybody in this room built it after that. Because like if it, if it wasn't for all these faces smiling and waving and the people in this community actually getting to know each other independently outside the program and supporting each other through different crises and like, I mean, yeah, it's about this much about me and about this much about this entire room full of incredible people. So, and all of you out there on Facebook Live, and we know you're there every day, even if we've never seen some of you. Um,
Yeah.
so Eve, thank you so much. As you know, we usually sing it again on the way out. So can
Yeah.
we have it again?
Yeah, let's do it. So, crossing the water. Here we go. A one, two, three. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. And there is no shallow water, and naught but love to keep us safely from the dangers and the devils of the deep. And with every breath within us, we search forevermore to find some peaceful harbor on some far off shore. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. For some it is a glory, for some it is a game, for some it is a story filled with emptiness and pain. As rising winds in chorus, we search for steady ground. There's only what's before us, there can be no turning round. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. And there is no other journey that will ever be the same. No second chance horizon that will call you by your name. When the welling waves wash o'er you, when the stormy winds do drive, give your heart a song, sing it loud and long, keep your dreams alive. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night. We are crossing the water our whole life through. We are making a passage that is straight and true. Every heart is a vessel, every dream is a light, shining through the darkness of the longest night, shining through the darkness of the longest night. Thank you so much for having me here, and thanks for singing. It's just wonderful to sing with you all.
Yay! Thank you so much, Eve Goldberg. Everybody, let's give it up for Eve Goldberg, who is here from Toronto today to bring us a whole lot of joy. And Eve, we're really grateful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, and it's just wonderful to see you all and sing with you all. I can't say that enough times. And let's all sing Bill Staines songs forever and ever.
Beautiful. Yeah, and this, of course, is, going out to all the folks who loved Bill Staines' music and his family and his friends and his community and everyone who was ever touched by him. And all the folks who are only just learning his music now. This is for everyone. He built a big community, and even after he is gone, his community of music can continue to grow. So that's completely beautiful.
For sure.
All right, we are going to say goodbye to everybody in the room today. A reminder of a few quick announcements. There is, as always, a donate link in the chat. We are trying to really up the amount of money that is in the kitty to support this program between now and December 31. So if there's any way you can give, and specifically any way you can give either above what you gave in the previous year, or if you're a brand new donor to the program, we have matching funds, and we're going to keep you posted as to how we are doing against the matching funds. We have matching funds that are going to match 1-to-1, dollar for dollar, all new donors and all new dollars, all dollars above what have been given before. So thank you to everybody in this room who's jumping in and being a part of that. We will, as I said, keep you updated. And then also please remember that our link today went out to the sheet to join our gift exchange called the Daily Santidote. Yeah, okay, I'm just pausing because it's just so funny. I can't stand it. Or the Care Mail Project, depending on what your traditions are. Please join in giving our gifts to everybody in this room. Hope we can all join. And check out the sheet because there's options to choose things, including if you're unable to join in certain aspects, there might be other ways you can join. So thank you so much. Link is in the chat here. Link is in the e-news. If you're not on our email list, you can join and you'll get the link the very next day. It'll be in now through the 11th, which is the last day to sign up. So one more big hand for Eve Goldberg and for Carpe Diem Arts and the Daily Antidote song. And we're going to say goodbye to everybody. And thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And Facebook, we're going to save our goodbye for last for you today, just to shake it up a bit. So thank you and goodbye to Eve in Toronto. Great to have you again. Really appreciate you being here. And thank you and goodbye to Katie. Thank you so much for running the tech, Katie. And to Dory, without Ollie at the moment, but in a beret. So there's points for that. Jim Harkless, you look so cute in a beret. We hope you'll put one on next time. Lots of love to you. And I saw a thumbs up. We're going to get a beret to Jim. Thank you so much to Deborah in Kentucky for being here today. Great to see you in your beret and turquoise glasses. Dan Walker, thank you. Another one who would look very cute in a beret. And Dan and Katie both got the red memo. And Eve and I both got this sort of like orangey red scarf memo. Let's see who else in the room read the memo. But I didn't get the beret memo. And neither did Eve or Katie. Carolyn in DC, nice to see you. It's a little dark there, but it looks like you got the red sweater memo. And you have on a hat. So points for the hat. Mabel and Bob in so many accoutrements that I can't actually even, I'm sorry, but I have to just do this. Okay, we have Mabel and Bob in varying and sundry types of beret-like objects with, of course, bears. And the bear, at least the one bear looks like he's wearing a birthday hat because of where you're holding him, Mabel. That's awesome. Oh, yes, Mabel, you look beautiful. And Mabel's also wearing, she has her turquoise glasses on her hair. Yeah, her turquoise hair clip. Her turquoise headlamp. Oh, I'm slow, gang. Okay, totally amazing. Thank you so much. Hang on one second. I gotta get back to the main screen so I can see everybody. Thank you, Mabel and Bear. Completely beautiful. Annette in California, thank you for being here with your turquoise glasses. Very nice. Kevin in DC with your turquoise flute. I'm just giving you some points. And you know, the ear things are kind of like a hat. Kathy, thank you for being here today with your red beret. And Jim in New York City, another one who would look very cute in a beret. Sheila in Florida, thank you for bringing your house with us and maybe turquoise glasses, I can't see. Hello, Ruth, and thank you for being here today. Maybe turquoise glasses, I can't see. And I think I saw a beret on you for a moment. Becky, thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to say turquoise glasses to everybody because I can't actually see some of you are far and small away. Okay, Dawnless Curly Tub, that's Willard there in the classiest hat yet. Nice job, Willard. Carolyn in turquoise glasses and beret. Deli in Deli's smile. Deli is wearing Deli's smile today. Oh, Deli got the red memo. Love it. All right, beautiful Deli. Thank you. Arlene, who was beret and glassed. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Yeah, that's amazing. You look fab. Susan G, probably in turquoise glasses. Nice to see you today. Steve and Michelle, nice to see both of you in probably turquoise glasses. Yeah, okay, she does. Okay, nice. Luda in Victoria, love and hugs. I think that's red sweater and turquoise glasses. Yay! And Sarah Page in Texas, nice to have you with us today. Probably turquoise glasses and matching beret with Kevin. Oh, you don't even have to answer because we'll all just believe that it is. If you, yeah. I can actually tell your glasses are darker, but you look beautiful and I love your smile. Ralph in Victoria, beautiful to see you today. Thank you. I think wearing turquoise. And Penny, wherever you are, Julie in Ontario with a red beret. Anne, who has both turquoise glasses and a red beret and a red sweater. That might be the prize winner. I'm not sure. I wasn't counting. And Storm with an incredible hat, which has, I don't know what, a caterpillar or a pickle or a holly leaf on it. Yeah, okay. It's a Santa hat that ends in a pickle. All right. I'm not sure, Storm, but at some point we're going to have you wear that hat again so you can tell us about it. Dawn and the Curly Tops wearing a plethora of hats and headbands and smiles and glasses. Love it. You guys are amazing. And Hindi in Toronto, who I think has on both a beret and turquoise glasses. And Anne in Maryland, nice to see you. Thank you. Maybe also turquoise glasses. Kathy in Virginia, I can see your turquoise glasses from here. Beautiful. And Kevin Ennis, who is in the house, reminding us that it's day number 974 and would also look adorable in a beret. Thank you so much for being here, Kevin. Trish, thank you so much. Red hat and glasses. And Nancy's Irish Cow, no hat, no glasses, no red shirt, no orange, but a red heart. Okay, Nancy's Cow wins for the day. Jamie, nice to see you today. Thank you for your beautiful beret. And Christian and Bob in hat and glasses and red like sweater. You guys are awesome. I love it. Hoda in British Columbia. Hoda, you always have such a beautiful, beautiful smile, and your hat-like object is gorgeous, and you just bring this room so much light. Thank you for being here. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, whose interview I listened to this morning with her mom, and just have to say, you got to listen to Bonnie's interview with her mom. It's just tremendous. That's a reminder to go to our StoryCorps community page. Just Google StoryCorps community. It will come up, and then search Daily Antidote of Song. Some beautiful stuff starting on there, and I'm hoping lots more will be added. Bonnie, you look beautiful in your beret and glasses. Aloysius, whose car is wearing a beret and glasses. Gary Pausner, nice to see you today. Thank you. Look, he did it actually. There's Aloysius. Let's go back. He's got on an orange beret-like object and glasses. Gary, thank you so much. Beret looks very cute on you. Archie, nice to see you. Beret and glasses. This is amazing. What a party. So I'm glad to see Archie even on a different screen from Hindi, and both of them look glammy. And Carol in Connecticut, beret and glasses. Thank you very much. You look gorgeous. Fred wearing glasses, and he's got on the Kevin style beret, the headphone beret. Susan Sean, glasses, nice to see you. Lynn in Connecticut, wearing glasses with Darla, wearing a invisible beret. Darla, we love you. Hugs and love. Kevin in DC, who's even his photo has a beret and glasses. Sandy, no glasses, no beret, but a beautiful Christmas scene. Thank you for being here, Sandy in Western North Carolina. Cat Cox, we can't see you today, but we're sending you lots of love, and you generally have on glasses and fun hats. Cliff in Vermont, nice to see you today. I think you're also both glasses wearers and maybe hat wearers. Jane in Texas, glasses I know, but I don't see you. And Sharon Engler, maybe new to us today, I'm not sure. Nice to see you today. For Sharon and anybody else who's new, and anybody out there on the Daily Antidote of Song who's never come into the room before, I'll stay for a minute and chat with anybody who's new. So jump on in, Facebook folks, if you want to. Otherwise, goodbye, and thank you for being here. Everybody help me wave goodbye to Facebook. Bye, Facebook.